What's the main issue when people say that they're procrastinating? What's the main sticking point that people have, would you say?
Well, I think the fundamental issue is a lack of awareness, right? And so the book is heightened to increase the book is designed to heighten and increase your awareness to when you're procrastinating. So people say, I always procrastinate. I have yet to meet someone that just procrastinates on every aspect of their life. Like I know people who procrastinate in a work situation, but they're right on time when it comes to their kids, or they procrastinate at home, but when it comes to work, they're on point. So the key thing when it comes to procrastination is really pay attention to your triggers. Like if you just track how you're, like a useful exercise is if you had a sheet of paper, I've had people do this, you have a sheet of paper and track how you're spending your time, and you'll see patterns. So for a lot of people, for example, they procrastinate on the undesirable tasks, right? It's called task aversion. It's just, they don't like doing it. It's not that deep. They just don't like doing the task, so they put it off. And some people procrastinate when it's something that could move them forward in their career. It's like a fear of success, because what happens is they start listening to the negative voices inside their head. So I think the fundamental key is really getting aware, and it may require getting a mentor or getting a coach who can give you that outside perspective and see that you always procrastinate when it comes to this certain thing.
It sounds like there could be multiple reasons why someone may not do that. So you alluded to, they may not want to do it in the first place because they're not engaged with it. And if they did do it, they might be more successful, and that voice is telling them that they shouldn't be successful. So it's almost like a compounding thing, sounds like to me.
Oh, sure.
Interesting. And coming back to what I said about what's the thing that you recommend regarding the appointment that you said, is there another thing that you would recommend regarding procrastination?
Yes, I call this the Twiggs top 5. And so what I do at the end of my day, I have a 3x5 card. I think I have one right here. We can see it. But I've got a 3x5 card, and I write my 5 most critical priorities for the following day. The 5 things I have to, I don't care what happens, I need to get these 5 things done the following day. Now, for me, it's important to write and not put it in my phone, because I think when you write something, it creates a stronger link to your brain and it gets it out of your head. And so, and the 5 things are aligned with what I ultimately want to accomplish. So I know I'm moving in the right direction. And what I find is that the things that I write down during that day, it's like I feel compelled to do it. It's like literally I'm walking around, I feel urged to do I got to write this blog post. I got it written down. I got to do it. You just feel urged and compelled. And you will find that you procrastinate, your procrastination will go way down if you're writing down the 5 things you need to do for the following day.
And what business stuff have you got on your card for today?
It's interesting. So like I've got a follow-up call that I need to do with my team tonight because we're doing this special masterclass session. So we've got to coordinate. I've got it written down that I have to write down my priorities for the next day. So that really, I have to do that sometimes because it's easy for me to get out of that habit, but it goes back to that discipline. So, another thing I've written down, I need to follow up with one of my podcast guests that's going to be on my show in a 30-minute hour on Monday. So those are things. No, I'm telling you that is, if you're looking other than the making an appointment with yourself, that's the next thing. Like if you do those 2 things, your procrastination will go way down.
I can imagine it. It means you're super organized because you've got your calendar, and it means that you're essentially listing out your priorities for the day. So I can totally understand how that might be beneficial. It does remind me of a Jim Rohn quote. Are you aware of Jim Rohn at all?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So, easy to do, but easy not to do, right?
Right. No, he's 100% right. I always tell people it's simple, but it's not easy.